This is Greg Jacobson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of KaiNexus. We have a great release, so let's jump right in to our latest video sneak peek. We brought 16 more improvements with this release. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our favorite. 3 of them all relate to tasks. So what I want to show you is, let's go ahead and look at this part presentation improvement. The first thing is that when you copy a project or an improvement, you now have the ability to copy all of the tasks that's part of that. So for example, here we have a part presentations improvement. We've got 5 tasks that are part of it. And what you'll see here is that when we hit the copy button, you get this option to include copies of tasks. So we'll go ahead and do that. And you'll see we've created a copy of part presentations, goes into draft mode, which is what happens when you copy a project or an improvement. But now you'll see all of the tasks are all right here. What this is allowing you to do is to create improvement templates or project templates that you do with a lot of frequency, and it's a really easy way to populate those without having to click a lot of buttons and without having to write a lot of tasks. So this would be great, for example, if you were doing a class assignment and the project was going out to 20 different people in your class, or this is great as if you always do a 5S a certain way, you could have a 5S and a project template or improvement template, if you will. One of the things that we did also now with this is we made it really easy to bulk change for tasks. So for example, these 5 tasks, let's say we want to go ahead and assign them all to the same person. So now you get this extra option right here, and you can say change assignee. So let's go ahead and assign these to Blake Wheeler, and then you'll see that they've all been assigned to him. And then we'll go ahead and update the due date, and let's say that we'll go ahead and give about a month to do them, and it makes much easier to change tasks and to manage tasks. And you'll also notice that with tasks, you see up here, we've added a planned and defer status to tasks. So they mirror improvements a little bit closer, and you can put things in a couple bit more statuses. As people are using tasks more and more, we're getting a lot of feedback and recommendations to allow more things to be done with them. And so that is in that spirit that we add that. The other major feature that is in this release relates to doing strategy deployment or Hoshin Kanri work at your organization. And if you're doing that work, then you may be using a layout called an X-Matrix. We're working with a lot of partners that are doing consulting work at our customers, and they're using the X-Matrix, and they wanted to bring that right into KaiNexus. And so we have added the X-Matrix here that you can put in as a board, and this is completely configurable. So what we've done here is, you can see we've kind of given it a very generic, this is the most common layout that we see, but you can put your 3 to 5 year strategic initiatives, your objectives, your priorities, your metrics. All of this is configurable by you guys, and then you can actually put all of the related projects or improvements in the charts that are affiliated with these. So for instance, when I'm looking at the annual improvement priorities, I can actually open up this project right from the X-Matrix and get into the details here. You'll see also that all your correlations, contributions are also being displayed here. This is configurable by you guys. So we've just done a kind of a primary responsible and a secondary responsible as well. And then you can even see here that with our team members and showing what they're going to be working on is also configurable here over on the right side. So if you are interested in X-Matrix, please reach out to your customer experience lead. We need to turn this on for you guys, and then we'll need to give someone a permission to be able to create X-Matrices as well as edit them. And if they have that permission, then right here on the ad, you'll see the X-Matrix will show up right there. We think you're going to love it. We also just can't wait to hear what the feedback is and kind of how this is going to iterate over time. All right, so as usual, I want to point out our support page. We put a lot of effort into this. There's, I think, over 350 articles now. Lots of questions can be answered here. Please don't forget about our webinars. Jake Sussman, our Director of Customer Experience, and I will be giving the winter's update. We're going to look at about 3 to 4 months worth of releases and kind of pick out the top 10 or 12 improvements that came out of those. We'll be doing that on May 5th. Also, we log all and have recordings of all of our prior webinars here. So there's just a huge amount of information in this webinar on demand series. Putting a lot of energy into the blog. If you ever would like to write for our blog, please reach out to us. We love being a part of the continuous improvement conversation. And of course, we're still putting a lot of energy into the customer blog as well, where we're specifically talking about features and getting kind of our hands dirty in things. And we're putting all of this into our podcast feed. Of course, you can find it on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you hear or you love what you hear, please give us a rating. It helps other people find out about continuous improvement in general and about what we're doing. So thank you so much. I hope you love the new release, and we'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to keep spreading continuous improvement.